And we're live. Hi, hello, welcome everyone. Hi, hi, hi. We're back with our sometimes regularly scheduled visual novel time.
Yeah.
This time when it's finally summer too. You know, it's already summer, just like in the game.
So it's okay that we put off playing this.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, it's a summer game, which means that we're supposed to play it in the summer. So now we're just going to play it only when it's summer, and if it runs long, we will have to wait until next summer to play it.
We're legally contracted to stop playing it when summer ends.
Yeah, yeah. We sure are.
Yeah.
Oh dear. Oh gosh. Yeah, happy first day of summer, everyone. That's exciting.
Yay.
Or, well, I guess if you're on the southern hemisphere, happy first day of winter instead. But, you know, um, I mean, it's summer. Uh, Quite a hot start to the summer as well. So, if it's hot for you, remember to have some water near you. I just had
Yes,
some water before
water,
starting.
Jack. Some water.
Yeah, drink some water. I just drank some water before hitting start, so I think I'm good. But I
Good.
have my whole water bottle, and this time I like put little ice cubes in there, so like it's cool and fresh. It's going to
Nice.
be nice. I don't know how long it's going to last being cool because it is incredibly hot, but for now it is cool. Happy summer. Thank you, Sleepy. Hi, welcome in. But yeah.
Sleepy.
But yeah, very important thing, staying hydrated when it's hot outside. Especially if you are going to go outside. Make
Oh
sure,
yeah.
you
Yeah.
put some sunscreen and drink a lot of water. Those are very important.
And eat food.
Yeah. Mhm.
Don't go outside when it's super super hot on an empty stomach unless you're going to eat food.
Yeah. Yeah, that's actually
That's
that's very important
that's
too.
yeah.
Like with the summer, since like when you sweat and stuff, like you lose a lot of nutrients, yes, but also like sugars and stuff. Like it's good if you maybe haven't eaten anything in a bit to like get something sweet. Drink some good water and eat something sweet. That's happened to me before. When you like maybe you stayed up late or something, and you like crash for a bit, and like you sleep a lot of hours, and when you wake up because you haven't eaten in a bit, but like it's been hot throughout the night, right? So maybe you were like sweating a little, and when you get up, you get like dizzy and stuff.
Oh
But since it's so hot, it gets like it's a little more dangerous because like
yeah.
you know it's more likely that you are going to get lightheaded because you didn't eat in a bit, and you're also
Yeah.
getting up.
Yeah.
So it's happened before, and like now I mostly like keep snacks or water, just to make sure if I think something may happen. But like you do
Yeah.
have to be careful when it's this hot.
Yeah.
So yeah. For now though, we
Thanks for coming to our TED Talk.
yeah, it's important. So yeah, who cares about the game? The real thing we're here for is Subs and Blues talk. Which, to be fair, that's kind of what we do every time.
Yeah, that's true.
To stream tends to consist of like 40 or 30% actually playing and like 60 or 70% us japping about other things
Yeah.
that are only sometimes related to the game.
Yeah, only sometimes. or loosely connected.
Yeah. We're so good at this.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Just making sure everything's still working. Okay. All that being said, yeah, I did think we didn't have a lot left of the first part of the game, the first summer. Let's see.
Yeah, I don't.
Ooh,
Oh yeah, just what? Okay.
yeah, we have the sleepover, which is the last section of this part of the thing, and then we have summer ending, which does come with a little bit of story as well.
Okay.
But yeah, today we had to have a sleepover. Nice.
Hmm.
Oh, we're staying up late. Maybe not. I mean, we are kids. Maybe we're not staying up too late.
You notice how the Star DLC text for all of them
Hmm.
are in the left side, like top left side, except for the sleepover one. It's on the top right side because the tape is in the way.
That's a good point. I hadn't
Just thought
really
I'd point that out to you,
noticed.
so now you'll never be able to unsee that.
Yeah, yeah, I hadn't. I've never. I mean, I don't want to say I've never noticed it because I probably like tangentially, like a little. Oh, I've seen it, I know it, but like I never stopped to think about it.
There you go. Now you'll never unsee it.
Yeah, yeah. Oh gosh, I I don't know. There's so many things one can't unsee, like silly things. There's this one bot on Discord that's like a haiku bot where like if your messages have like an amount of syllables, I think it will like put them into a poem format. And there's this one Discord server where someone noticed that like the profile picture of the bot, it has like a smile, but like you see the two eyes and the smile is not centered between the two eyes. It's like under one of them mostly.
Uh,
And they pointed it out and I have not been able to see it, like to unsee that ever again.
Oh no.
Like the bot's uncentered smile, just, I see that uneven smile in my nightmares now. Uh, oh dear. Yeah, it's kind of funny actually, but like, it's pretty silly.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like that. Sleepy, I will always remember the DLC position is like that for some reason. I do wonder. There's DLC things in like the other summers, or in the first summer. There's more DLC stuff in other summers too. I do wonder if there's any, like, what those are like on the other summers. We will have to keep an eye on it now.
Maybe the fifth one will be like this too, or something.
Maybe. I don't know. No, well, hold on. Where's it? Oh, there we go. I had a post-it note with like the sillies from each time. And I had to find it again so I can like write on it if anything silly happens this time.
Get ready.
Yeah, you gotta be ready. Ready for the sillies. Always.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, to be fair, we are very silly, so I feel like every time we just, you know, it's more a matter of choosing between many sillies rather than finding sillies. Your haiku for the bot, look at your smile, tilted to under one eye, forever and see. Oh dear. Uh,
Thank you, Sleepy.
yeah. Okay. Sorry. I do still have a little tiny bit of a cough. But I'm doing better.
No worries.
Okay, let's see what this sleepover is about. Our last summer activity.
Alright, kids, we're done with dinner. Come to the table.
Your stomach grumbled, right on time, as if it had heard your mom's words. You halted your game and looked over. Mom was almost done setting the table. She was walking around the mahogany wood in the process of putting down cutlery. Mommy was still in the kitchen, humming under her breath as she turned off the stove and put empty pots in the sink to wash. From beside you, Lizzie stirred, uncrossing her legs and standing up. She stretched her arms above her head.
Finally! I'm ready to eat!
Then she cast a sly glance in your direction. You recognized that look.
Just went to the table to want an egg!
Sleepy.
Like this 5 feet from us.
Oh, boss Tetris.
Post Tetris.
Where are you,
I post
Shiloh?
Tetris. It's time to eat dinner.
Ah,
I haven't.
but it was too late. Lizzie had already bolted towards the kitchen. Okay, first choice of the day. Do we try to catch up? Do we stay sitting? Do we yell? Or do we throw a caution at her?
Stay sitting. Tetris is more important.
Okay.
We
Yeah.
have to save the game.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
That's more important than not being a rotten egg.
Mm-hmm. You stayed sitting. There was no reason for you to run after her. You never agreed to the race in the first place. You crossed your arms over your chest and just watched instead. It was a short distance to the kitchen table.
Yeah.
Lizzie managed to get there easily enough, slapping a hand over the wood. Mom moved.
ASMR. I'll add the sound effects.
Yeah. Oh dear. Mom moved just before Lizzie could bump into her. With an exasperated sigh, she resumed her work.
I sigh. I win again.
Okay. We got a lot of choices. We can be so mean to her. We claim she didn't win because she was playing alone. But we told her she was a cheater. Do we just say she won? Or do we just not say anything? What do we do?
Well, I am done playing games with this girl. I'm done. I think we're gonna just say, okay, you win. That's it. We don't even care, or we don't even say anything.
Okay.
Like,
I know
don't
the bottom
feel
two.
the fire anymore. We don't care, man.
Excitedly, we can be mean to her. I mean, yeah, you can be mean to her. You know, I feel like calling her out for cheating is being
This is
mean.
so
But
nice to us.
yeah,
Yeah.
you know, she's been so kind and such a good big sister that we're
Such a
going to
loving
be
sister.
we're going to be very loving siblings back.
We're gonna treat her with the same love
Mm-hmm.
that she's shown us and completely ignore her and say nothing.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Then you didn't bother trying to talk to her about that?
Yeah. I won! That means you're the rotten egg.
Lizzie grinned, her hands on her hips, then looked over your shoulder.
Hope you think so too, right? Oh yeah, and try to put Cove on your side. That's not gonna work.
Yeah, somehow I don't think he's going to be on her side.
So he's like, you know what? Yeah, she is a rotten egg.
Yeah, no, probably not. You blinked. You hadn't noticed what he had been doing during this little event, which wasn't much. You spotted Cove still on the floor. His legs were crossed beneath him, the arm with the cast resting on his lap. He looked at the two of you with a slight frown. It felt sort of strange to see him still here so late. Tonight, Cove had come to your house for a sleepover. Your moms and his dad had planned it a few days ago. Hey, we get to choose. Did we ask our moms to invite him over for a sleepover? Were we very excited when we were told about it? Or are we nervous about the sleepover? What do we think?
Maybe nervous, cause we're worried for him, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Cause he's like, I don't know if it's the right word, but he's a little sensitive with stuff, you know. He doesn't like. He's had a big giant change not that long ago.
Yeah.
We don't want him to not be able to sleep well. We don't want him to not deal with Lizzie. And you know, hopefully he can eat dinner okay and stuff.
Yeah, that's fair. Here's some money for him to be at your sleepover. Hashtag hope for Smash Bros.
He paid our moms. Please host my son at your sleepover.
Oh gosh. Uh, oh dear. But yeah. Sorry. Okay.
No, you're good.
It had made you quite nervous. Golf was your friend, but having him spend the night was a lot more than playing during the day. Cove pursed his lips at Lizzie's question, but he didn't respond. Maybe he was planning on ignoring her. Not that Lizzie would make it easy. This wasn't the first time she had asked him to be a referee for one of her salon races.
Come on!
Well, did I win or what?
No.
Thank you for reading for me,
That's
Cove.
my Cove! Thanks, Cove.
Mhm.
He's got my back.
Who is on our side?
Yes! AKA not the side Lizzie is on.
Mm-hmm. You know, maybe if there were like 3 sides, Coop would be like on his own side, but like since it's either our side or Lisa's side, right now he's on our side.
Any side that Lizzie is on, he is not.
Mm-hmm.
Because we are not.
Yeah.
What?
I don't think you won.
How come? It's not my fault Lucy's slow.
Cheating is cheating, and cheaters never win.
You always pick her side!
She said that for me. She's right though.
Yeah. I mean, she's not wrong, but like we're friends, and you're like the annoying older sibling.
It was on the wrong side, so like
Mm-hmm.
people don't pick the one that's wrong. They know it's wrong.
Right, right. Cove snagged a shy peek at you before answering her. I pick her and she picks me. Aww.
Mhm.
Okay, that is really sweet.
That's my Cove.
That is our Cove. That is in fact my Cove.
Yeah.
I love him so much. He's so sweet.
You're a couple of rotten eggs then. That's enough. Nobody here is a loser or rotten egg. You're each farm fresh. Which is a sentence I never thought I'd say.
That is a very good point from our mom.
Good job, Mom.
I feel like, yeah, I feel like that's not a sentence I would expect to ever say either.
That's what having kids will do to you.
Apparently. Poor mom did not know what was coming for her when she decided to have Lizzie.
Yeah. Yeah, especially Lizzie.
Yeah.
She's a handful.
Yeah, we're perfect little angels. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
Now listen to Mom and come sit at the table for dinner. All 3 of you.
You and Lizzie obeyed, sitting across from each other at the edge of the table. Lizzie blew a raspberry at you when Mom turned her back.
Oh my goodness.
Ah, dear. Your parents brought the last of the food, then they took their seats further down the table instead of sitting right next to you and Lizzie. Only Cove was left out. He had stood up from his spot on the floor, but he hadn't made a move towards the kitchen.
Cove, you can sit too.
Slowly, he eyed the 4 seats that were left. Thanks to the new seating arrangement your parents chose, 1 free chair was beside you, another next to Lizzie, and the last 2 were on the other side of where your moms were sitting.
Why did they sit as far as they could?
Probably to give space for him to be able to sit near us. I think. But like,
Yeah, but like,
that's a good question.
it's like completely on the other side. It's not like, oh, here's a little space. Just like,
Yeah.
we are going to be away from our children as much as possible. Oh, you know what? They're getting away from Lizzie as much as possible.
Yeah, maybe.
I think the first option.
The first one, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Sit next to me.
Cove's gaze met your red eyes. You smiled. Briefly, he grinned back. He walked over, pulled out the chair next to yours, and sat down. You were glad he wanted to sit with you. He just needed to know it was okay. Oh,
Yeah. That
I-
makes sense.
he's so sweet, like so nice. So good mannered. He's making sure that it's fine before he actually does it.
Yeah.
Now that everyone was situated, Mommy began to pass out plates.
Okay.
Dig in, kids. I cooked a little bit of everything for dinner tonight. Pick you every time, Cove. We do! At least over Lizzie.
Oh,
You know.
everyone is over Lizzie. That's not really a high bar.
Yeah. I mostly mean that, like, there might be other options later, but like, when if it comes between getting to sit next to him and just getting to sit next to Lizzie, but while he sits somewhere else, it's like, no, you come over here, Cove. Get over here, you know.
Yeah.
I think Cove's dad fed him well to learn good manners. Can you imagine when you're a little kid and you know how maybe, I don't know, like when you're at the table where your parents are like, don't put your elbows on the table or something, but like Cove's dad is like, I will give you $5 if you stop putting your elbows on the table.
I feel like that'd work.
I mean, I think so too, but like, I could so see him do that.
Be sure not to avoid all of the veggies.
Ugh.
Yes, Mom.
Each person at the table served themselves, except for one. Cove hesitated again. He fidgeted with his hands clamped on the top of his knees. He didn't seem very comfortable doing stuff in someone else's house. Which is fair. I feel like if you just presented
Yeah.
with like food at someone else's house and just like grab some food, it's like, well, like how much am I supposed to grab, and like,
Yeah.
like, are you supposed to be getting from old plates? Maybe one of them is like someone's favorite or something, and you don't want to like be taking it.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. It can be nerve-wracking a little. I feel like I am shaking hands with Covin's social anxiety right now. Uh, he hasn't been paid to get food yet.
Yeah, he doesn't know what to do. There's no monetary value involved.
Right. He was just told to not avoid all of the veggies. He wasn't given $5 to eat the veggies. Those are two very different things. He doesn't
No
know what
money
he's supposed
involved.
to do.
Yeah.
One dish seemed to have his eye at least.
That's pineapple chicken. Wanna try some?
Not really. Sorry. Oh. By then, your moms had noted that Cove still had nothing on his plate as well. Do you not like any of the food, honey?
Well,
Maybe he hasn't tried Hawaiian food before. He hasn't? Wow. Let's all judge him right now.
Oh, poor Cove, what did he do to deserve that? Please don't talk with your mouth full, Lizzie. Oh, she was like. You know what? What did she say?
Ow!
5 NFTs if you can finish your veggies. Oh god.
Don't make him not eat veggies.
Yeah,
You gotta make him stay away from veggies.
yeah.
It's like, oh no, if I eat veggies, I'm gonna have an NFT. I better not eat any.
Yeah, I feel like that would have like the opposite effect that we want here. Oh gosh. Lizzie swallowed the bite she was eating. Then she spoke again.
He should try it now.
She turned to Cove dramatically.
Unless you want to shrink, that's what happens if you miss a meal.
Oh dear.
Elizabeth, that's not true. You know that.
Cove squirmed under all the attention. He fidgeted with a fork between his fingers. Poor guy, we're making him like. So.
It's his fault!
You cut off so much. You got like so loud about it that Discord cut you off.
It's Lizzie's fault. It always is.
Yeah. I feel like getting cut off when you're screaming about Lizzie does kind of convey the fact that you're screaming about Lizzie, but it's really funny every time it happens.
Yeah, who else would I be screaming about? You already know.
Yeah, listen this game. Like that.
Oh
yeah,
my
that's-
gosh. At least right now, I hope she matures when it's the next summer.
I will say she does get better.
Okay,
Yeah.
I think I remember you mentioning something about that, so I
Mhm.
hope she does.
To be fair, right now she's like, I don't know, like 8, I think. So like next summer she's like a teenager. So I wouldn't say it's next summer that she's better, but but she does end up getting better. You know, I don't think you can expect a 13-year-old to be much better.
Oh man, I'm gonna have a few more years of this. Oh
like-
boy.
I think we are 13 next time and she is 15, because then on the one after we are 18. She's like 20 something. 20, I think. Yeah, I know by the time she's 20, I know she's better, but I can't promise.
I was gonna call us a rotten egg anymore.
Yeah, can't promise that a 15-year-old would be much better than the 10-year-old is.
Yeah.
There's some really fun stuff next summer, though. Although, how mad are you at Lizzie? Complete silence. Yeah.
No, it just goes to the highest decimal value.
Yeah.
It's measured by the volume.
Yeah. It is so
How
loud.
loud are the screams?
Yeah. Like so loud you can't hear it. That means you're really mad at Lizzie.
Yeah, you can't hear me screaming right now. That's how mad I am.
Mm-hmm. I've had some things, just not any of this.
Oh, shoot.
I knew I should have asked your dad what their favorite foods were.
It's alright, Lonnie. Maybe he'll find a new favorite today.
You weren't so sure about that. Gove didn't look like he was going to be trying the food anytime soon. Ooh, we get to choose. Do we let our moms handle it? Do we tell him we think he's going to like the pineapple chicken that he was looking at? Do we tell him to give us his plate, which I assume is that we are just going to put food there we think he would like on the plate? Or do we tell him to try something new?
I'm thinking the second option.
Okay. Yeah, that does feel good. I like that one. feel like
I think
Hmm.
I think you would like the pineapple chicken. It's yummy.
hmm, he ultimately trusted your judgment. At your suggestion, Cove carefully spooned rice and chicken onto the plate. You saw that he took more of the grilled pineapple than any of the vegetables, which is fair. He hasn't been paid to eat those.
Yeah, it's true.
You nodded, pleased, and your mom's let it slide.
It's more important that he eats in general than
Yeah, and
that
he gets the veggies, you know.
yeah.
He can have veggies some other meal. It's
Yeah.
fine. Maybe he will like it and try the veggies later or something.
Yeah.
Yummy, yummy pineapple chicken. Yeah. At first, Cove poked at the food. Clearly, he was apprehensive to eat something new. But he took a few exploratory bites.
Right?
It's good, huh? Isn't it? Isn't it?
I'm trying to understand what pineapple chicken is exactly. I assume it's some sort of like pineapple based sauce. Or like the chicken is made with the
Oh,
sauce. Um,
that makes sense.
I've tried like lemon chicken, but I've never tried it with pineapple. Like I know it's a thing with lemon, it's a thing with orange. Um, they did mention Hawaiian food, so I assume it's like typical dish maybe. But yeah, I haven't had it before. Although to be fair,
Yeah,
I
I
don't really
haven't
like
either.
pineapples much. Um,
I don't really like a lot of food. I'm a picky eater. I just
yeah, that's fair.
I don't like trying new things a lot because I feel like I'm probably not gonna like it, or or it might hurt my stomach or something. So it's like, let me just stick
Hmm.
with what I know.
Yeah, that's fair. I I have after of the things I mentioned, I only really tried the lemon chicken thing because when my family, usually for like New Year's and stuff, we tend to get like Chinese food, and it is a Chinese dish with like lemon sauce thing. We tended to get it like every year. Like we stopped getting it for a bit, and it was like my favorite part of it. So it was like, hey, can we please again? Thank you, because everyone else liked like other things, but it was like my favorite, you know.
Oh,
In like big family, we kind of had to like get the things most people wanted,
yeah,
rather than getting lots of
yeah,
little different things for everyone. But yeah, it's pretty tasty. In general, I don't tend to try many new things either. It's to be
yeah.
fair. I'm also like not very good with like s- not spices necessarily, but like specific flavors of things that are like a little too intense for me.
Yeah,
Which spicy is included in that, but like
yeah.
sometimes it's like, well, maybe it will be good, but like I will take a couple bites and then it will get too much, too
Mm,
flavorful. Yeah, I'm glad Cove is trying new food. Cove is being very
yeah,
brave today. Hopefully he likes it.
yeah.
You don't have to keep asking. He still speared more meat with his fork and ate it, chewing thoughtfully. It's not bad. No, he's liking it. Kind of liking it.
Yay.
Yay for him. Very picky myself, so I definitely get it. Yeah, picky eater solidarity here.
Picky gang!
Yeah, picky gang.
Picky gang, rise up! Yeah!
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Mommy grinned at his words, satisfied even though it wasn't exactly a glowing commendation. At least it wasn't a small fight.
You're so weird.
You're such a rude little shit, Leslie. I mean, who said that?
No one said it, but everyone here was thinking it. Everyone at the table except for Lizzie was thinking it.
Mhm.
Is there an option? Is there an option to punch Lizzie?
I. If it
Did that ever come up?
exists, I have never seen it.
Hopefully we'll unlock the secret ending where we get to punch Lizzie.
Yeah, I guess if it exists, we might find it in this playthrough. I feel like I've never quite antagonized Lizzie all that much.
Oh really?
Yeah, like.
That's like all I'm doing right now.
Yeah, that's very fair, but like, I guess there's points where like we get along better, and that's clearly the intention, and then there's some points where it's
Yeah.
like clearly intended for us to not get along all that well. And like I have not gotten along with her before, but I guess it feels like there's more animosity between us now when we're playing
Yeah.
together on this time than there was when I was playing alone.
There was an option to say.
We're like 8. I don't think we're going to be saying that.
I mean, we would if we heard our family say it, but I don't think they do, so I think we're safe.
Yeah, I don't think they say that.
Plus, Cove's dad paid us to not say it, so.
Of course. He was like, "Hey, I know you. I know your moms have taught you this really cool new word to call your sister. But I don't want Cove to learn this word. So here, have $10 to never say around him. Thank you."
No problem.
That would be really something. He paid us not to. Yeah. We gotta
of
not
course.
say it around Cove, because then, if Cove learns it, Cove is going to say it to him.
And then he knows he's gonna have to pay Cove a lot to get him to stop.
Yeah.
It's gonna cost him so much. He's just trying to save money. Spend a little to prevent having to spend a lot.
Yeah. I'm writing down something.
As a smart investment, you're right.
Yeah. Beautiful, but let's see if we get any options for anything to do about the fact that this is antagonizing Cove. Don't be mean to your friend.
Oh, now you say something, okay.
Yeah, now that like they're actually starting to probably argue. Oh, we're not friends.
That's my Cove!
Yeah, that's our Cove. Mommy floundered in the face of Cove's blunt honesty. You weren't surprised by Cove's declaration, but you did feel a little bad for Lizzie. She wasn't easy to get along with all the time, though Cove didn't make much of an effort either.
That's
Yeah.
true. Cove really wasn't interested in being friends with Lizzie.
Yeah, I don't
But,
think
I
they
mean-
really like each other, you know. Like, they
Yeah.
both dislike the other, so they don't make an effort to get along.
Yeah.
No.
Why
It's-
make an effort to something that's not
Mhm.
compatible?
Yeah. I feel like it happens a lot when you're like kids, where you get along with someone, and because they get along with someone else, you all end up being a little group, but you don't necessarily get along with the other
Yeah.
people.
Yeah.
And like sometimes when you're like your siblings, you know, like if you share a little group of friends, it kind of is like that, where it's like, this is my sibling's friend who is not my friend, but we hang out anyway because, you know, group.
Yeah.
Ooh. We get so many options. Do we hope that Cove thinks we're friends? Do we think that we're friends, right? Right? Do we wonder how he feels about us? Does knowing that he's not friends with Lizzie make us nervous about his relationship with us?
Water check. Drink water. If you have water with. Oh, are you okay? I thought you were just getting a drink of water. Oh. There were a show 10 to 20 years ago, Cove and Lizzie would somehow end up together. Oh my gosh, yeah, from enemies to lovers.
Why did I come back to
What?
here, enemies to lovers?
Because what Sleepy put Chaz true.
There were a show 10 to 20 years ago, Cove and Lizzie would somehow end up together. That's a good point. Possibly, yeah.
Yeah, that's how some shows were. There'd be two incompatible characters, and they'd be like, "They seem compatible. Let's make them together."
Yeah, yeah, that
This
does
boy
happen.
character, this girl character talk a lot.
Oh
They
god.
should get together.
Ah, god damn it. Yeah, that's certainly a thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, sorry about that, everyone. Sister was like,
No,
"Hey,
it's
you wouldn't want to go grocery shopping for me, would you?" And it's like, no, but thank you for trying, I guess.
Are you gonna pay me like Cove's father? Well, yeah, I'll go.
No, because she was like, "Oh, I'll go get some grocery stuff later," and then now she was like, "Hey, you wouldn't want to go for me, right?" And it's like, kind of doing something else, but.
So in the middle of a heated discussion with our sister, or at least we will be.
My opinion, Cove should not be with Lizzie. Yeah,
Oh,
no,
yeah.
I don't think so
Yeah,
either.
no way.
Absolutely not.
No one should be with Lizzie. Okay, I'm just kind of joking. She'll be fine when she's older. Then maybe she'll be with someone that will actually bring out the best of her. She'll bring out the best of him. Them blah 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 blah. But right now, get her away, man.
Yeah, right now she's not great. But yeah. Yeah, no, Cove should be with whoever he wants to be. That is not Lizzie.
That is us. Yes.
Preferably us, but if it's not Lizzie, I will be happy to. No
Yeah.
one is also an answer. A valid option. I don't know. I think if you don't get to him, he doesn't get with anyone. I think that's what happens.
Okay, so at least he doesn't end up with Lizzie. That's
Yeah.
so that's fucking behind me.
Yeah, I do not think he gets with Lizzie. I'm not going to tell you what happens with Lizzie, but yeah.
Oh yeah,
There's
yeah,
other
yeah,
things,
we'll find out.
Yeah. But yeah, back to having many options. The only one I didn't read is that we can be very sure that we're friends. So, do we have any doubts that we are friends with Cove? I feel like we can start discarding options, considering whether we're doubting it or not.
A little bit, cause like we don't want to force him in any situation either. We want him to be friends with us because he wants to be friends with us, not like make him in that position.
I feel like
But
I feel
I
like
don't
we know what he's
think
like when he's not
definitely
friends
does.
with someone. Like we know he's not friends with Lizzie.
Yeah.
And that's not the way
Yeah.
he is with us. Like, I don't know. I feel
You know what, he
like if
did
we
say-
weren't friends, we would
say
know.
He would always pick our side. So you know what?
Mhm.
Yeah, I think it might actually be the last one.
Yeah, I'm like between the first two and the last one for sure. For me, like
Yeah.
you know, like But like, I feel like, yeah, we've seen what he's like when he's not friends with someone, and that's
That
not
he
how
would
he is
always
with us.
pick us.
Mm-hmm. See, it sounds like we're friends.
Yeah.
I don't think we would have that. And also, we're a kid. I don't think kids tend to doubt that much.
Oh,
No?
that's true.
Usually, like, I feel like usually kids are a lot more quick to just go, yeah, this is my friend. You know, like, maybe I see them 3 times a week, like, Reese is at school, and this is my friend. You know, or like maybe I don't know, you traded cool rocks with kids one day, and now it's like, well, this is my friend.
We're friends now. We've traded rocks.
Yeah. I mean, I would love to trade cool rocks with my friends. You have cool rocks. That sounds like a friend activity to me.
Yeah.
Okay. So then, at least the two of you were definitely friends.
Yeah.
You knew that without a doubt. The way he felt about Lizzie didn't change it.
Yeah, it's true. He knows I'm not his sister. I mean, my sister, not my sister. Oh my gosh. Well, he knows I'm not his sister either.
I mean, yeah, I would expect that he knows we're not his sister, but like, what a sentence.
Oh boy, are you
I feel like this is one of those that like don't really turn into funny quotes without the context.
Okay, I'm safe then. Alright.
Yeah, it's not really funny without the context, but like with the context, it's really funny. Yeah, I still do that sometimes. I got to know you for a few days. We're friends now, though I'll never force you. Yeah, no, that's fair. That's fair. I do that too.
We get along.
Mm-hmm.
Not like, we're super close. I'm not talking about you and me. I'm talking about me and
Yeah,
this
in general.
hypothetical person. Like, we get along. Like, we chat a bit. Not like super, super close, but like,
Mm-hmm.
friends.
Yeah, I feel like I don't know. I say it a lot on this group, but it's like, okay, maybe we're not like close friends, but like if we're together on a server and talk from time to time, and we tend to have chats together, I feel like we're slightly friends, because
Yeah.
like I wouldn't be chatting with you if I didn't think you were cool, if I didn't like you at
Yeah.
all. But like, maybe not from one interaction, but the moment you've talked a few times with someone, it's like, yeah, this is my friend. Not my super friend. Maybe I wouldn't be inviting them over,
Yeah.
but my friend. See, for now, Blue. I think Sleepy might be coming for you, Blue.
I'm already in a contractual obligation to be Sleepy's friend, so I'm not sure what he's talking about.
Are you getting...
I was paid by Coach's dad to be Sleepy's
Yeah.
friend.
That's exactly what I was going to ask. I was going to ask if you were being paid by Cope's dad for it.
Oh no, that was under the NDA. I wasn't supposed to disclose that.
Oh no! Cut the stream! Cut the stream!
Cut the stream! Quick, go grocery shopping.
Oh god.
Do something else.
Yeah. Anyway, so we gave Cope a look, right? Oh gosh. We're so silly. Our friendship is priceless.
Friendship is priceless. Aw, thanks, Sleepy.
That is...
Thanks,
You're so cute.
Were you paid to say that?
Oh gosh. Oh gosh.
That's how you make money as a streamer.
By being paid to claim that you're friends.
Yeah.
I want to be paid for that too. But to be fair, I feel like I get paid in quotes, but like it's not quite the same. Can't disclose that due to my NDA.
Okay, I think you've said all you needed to say.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh gosh. Oh god. When you gave Cove a look, he returned a small smile, confirming your thoughts. Yay! He does think we're friends.
Nicole,
He loves us. In a friendly way for now. I will say still that, like, staying friends is still an option, but, like, I love him so much. I feel like I don't want to get pushy to go through the romance route later on, but, like, at the same time, I will tell you that I think they're very cute.
I probably will. I probably will go with the romance route with him. I don't know what all the other options are, but it probably will be him. Because, like, we actually, we spent the first summer with him.
Yeah, he's like the main thing, and then there's like there's two more characters, but usually you see them like around and stuff. And I do have the DLCs for them, but usually unless you have those, you don't really get to see much about them.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, it's I don't know. He's my favorite. I prefer going with him. And like
Yeah.
you can't just go through the entire game without romancing anyone. But like he's so cute. I feel like if you're not going to be getting someone else, you might as well.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just really like it. You will get to make the choices, but yeah. You get to make the choices because we're going with your route of the game, This is the blue chooses things.
The blue version.
Yeah. But yeah. Your mommy looked at Mom and only got a shrug.
No.
Elizabeth, don't call someone weird. There's no such thing as a weird person and a non-weird person. There's just different perspectives.
Mm-hmm. Now she's going. Liz is probably thinking something like, well, yeah, my perspective is not weird, and the rest of yours are.
I'm right, everyone is just wrong.
Yeah.
Unless they agree with me, then they are also right.
Correct. It's not a nice thing to say to anyone, but Pam. Mommy tried to whisper exclusively to Mom. Her attempt to make it audible over the sounds of clanking silverware meant that you got the quiet words anyway. Oh, I skipped one.
Oh.
Accidentally. They're not friends. He said so.
As parents, we can only try and sometimes fail. Not all kids will be as... I can talk, especially when whispering. Not all kids will be thick as thieves. Now let's talking more eating... Oh, wait, I'm not whispering anymore.
Yeah, I think that's where I went.
Now let's talking more eating, kids. You need to clean up and start winding down for bed soon. But Mom! No buts. We've talked about this. Your bedtime will be moved back in a few years. For now, you don't get to stay up late.
Lizzie sulked, muttering under her breath about how it wasn't right.
I just want milk. It's just sweetie.
Okay, do we laugh at Mom's phrasing? Do we groan about having to go to bed already as well? Or do we just finish eating quietly?
Let's just finish eating quietly.
Okay.
We don't need to make a big fuss about it like our sister.
Mm-hmm. You stayed quiet and finished your meal. It was good food and you were pretty content to just keep eating.
That's the idea. Good job, Lucy. Everyone else get to it.
Yeah. We're doing things good.
I'm a good kid. I wasn't even paid to do that, and I did it. Oh, shoot! I should have been paid.
Should have asked for $5 for it. The rest of dinner passed by uneventfully. Cove was silent for most of it, even when you nudged him and tried to get him to talk. Oh. Or choose to mess with Lizzie. Wait. Just to get along with Cove or choose to mess with Lizzie?
Why not both?
That's, yeah, you can do both.
Yeah.
Both are always good. ¿Por qué no los dos? Right. All too soon, the table was cleared, the games in the living room were put away, and you were all steered to your bedrooms. Mom finished tucking you in and kissed your brow just as Mommy poked her head into the room. All ready for lights off, you two? You were lying comfortably in your bed, the blanket hiked up on your armpits. You could kick it off later if it got too hot. In a way, they do overlap. They do! Right? Maybe getting along with Cove might mean that we're both messing with Lizzie.
Yeah.
Oh, that's bonding time, you know?
Bonding time.
Mm-hmm. Mom had set up the sleeping bag on the floor for Cove, just beside your bed. He had already wiggled inside.
I think so.
Good night.
Perfect. I'll go say goodnight to Lizzie then.
Mom tweaked your nose, chuckled when you squawked in annoyance, and left. Mommy took her place, sitting on the edge of your bed.
Sweet dreams.
Sweet dreams, sweetie. She pressed a soft kiss on your forehead. You giggled, the strands of her hair fell forward and tickled you. Aww. Mommy smiled down affectionately at you, then moved her attention to Cove, who watched from his spot on the floor. Do you need anything before falling asleep, honey? What does your dad do? Sometimes he picks me up and lifts me really high and he shakes his hands like he's gonna let go. Till he catches me again. Keeps doing that until sometimes he does drop me on my bed. Or other times he lowers me down and we pretend like I'm crashing. Cove had become pretty excited when talking about the nightly ritual he and his dad shared. He seemed to realize how animated he was and bashfully quieted. But I don't want to do that here.
Aww.
Oh, how fun. Though I think you're right that it might not be a good idea to do that tonight. The sleeping bag might not be a soft enough landing. What does your dad do, baby, to sleep?
No, it's under the NDA. He's not allowed to lose that. So
Yeah.
he had to make up the other thing.
Yeah, you see, usually he just like gives me $10 and goes, here, go to bed, and then I go to bed, and then in the morning when I don't want to get up, he also comes back and he's like, here's $5 more to get up from the bed. And then every night I just get $15 for free. Just for sleeping and getting up.
That's awesome.
I would love to live like that. That would be nice. That makes sense, man. This NDA contracts, right?
Yep. Yeah.
Oh gosh. If there's anything else, you can always ask me or Lucille Soder's mom. But I'm the nicer one. Just don't tell her that. Wink, wink. She laughed good naturedly and stood up.
Take care.
Sleep well, Cove. Night. Leaning against the door jamb, she rested a hand on the light switch and looked to you. Good night, sleep tight.
Don't let the bed bugs bite.
With a last smile, Mummy turned off the lights and stepped out, closing the bedroom door behind her. You listened to her footsteps fade as she walked down the hallway. It felt weird to not be doing or saying anything with your friend nearby. You were meant to just lay there awkwardly, and it made you uncomfortable. You were glad to have a friend like Cove. You'd feel a little silly saying it out loud, so you simply thought it. You startled when Cove sighed deeply. You turned your head to look in his direction. In the dark, you could only see a faint outline of a lamp under the covers.
Cove?
Okay. Do we ask what's
Could you
wrong?
be less loud? Oh my goodness.
I feel like that's so mean.
I'm thinking probably the first option. That
Yeah.
seems like the nicest one.
Yeah. Yeah, that's about right. Yeah.
Yeah. What's wrong?
I can't sleep.
Why not?
He shifted, or at least you thought he did. You couldn't see anything since your eyes were still adjusting to the dark, but you heard his sleeping bag rustle. I wanna be in my bed.
Oh,
Cove sat up. Your eyes had gotten used to the low light level, so you could see him better. He got out of the sleeping bag, wobbled towards the side table, and pulled open the top drawer.
what is it?
I'm getting my glasses. You sat up too, watching as he reached inside. He paused for a second, then pulled his hand out. Instead of his glasses, though, he was holding a book. Cove turned it around in his hands, trying to figure out the proper orientation for it. You knew, even without reading the title, which one it was. That was one your moms would read to you. It was special. Okay, do we tell him to be careful? Do we say that we thought he was looking for his glasses, or do we just ask what he's doing with it?
I'm torn between the bottom two.
Hmm.
I feel like the second one. I feel like we'd be pretty confused. Like, well, that's not your glasses.
Okay.
Also, you're sleeping with your clothes on.
Yeah. Yeah, that he is.
I thought you were looking for your glasses.
I was. Then I felt this. Looks cool. The compliment he afforded your special book had you grinning, your confusion forgotten. Yay, he likes our book.
Yay! It is really cool.
Oh?
Oh yeah? What is it about?
It's a story about a squire who wants to become a knight, and there's magic.
Does it have mermaids?
No, but
Ooh. We love the main character because they're brave and funny. Does it have really cool pictures? Does Mommy read it to us and it's really special because he makes voices for the characters? Or is there a cool dragon in it? What do we think? What do we think?
maybe the second one? I feel like I'm like trying to say what Cove would like the most. I feel like it'd be the second one.
Yeah, he would really like that, yeah. I feel like cool
has-
pictures. Nice.
It has cool pictures. Some of them even take up the whole page. There's this one where the squire and a dragon meet. They're fighting, so the poses are awesome and the dragon's really fire!
That does sound really cool. You only realized afterward that you spoke more strongly than you had meant to. Your cheeks burned. This must have been how Cove felt earlier. Thankfully, Cove didn't seem annoyed. In fact, if you didn't know any better, it seemed like he liked the explanation. He liked it. Cove looked excited by your words. He flipped the book open and focused on the backside summary. You must be pretty interested in... Oh, open, not open. You must be pretty interested in it. But like, how do you flip it open and then just focus, like, look on the back of, like, the closed book when it's open? You were reminded of the hours you'd spent hearing the tales. No matter how many times you read it or had it read to you, you were still entertained by the story and pictures inside. You glanced out the window. The moon was high in the sky. Okay. Do we think we should not be staying up? Or do we want to read the book with Go?
I think probably the second one. That would probably help him. Not if we were just like, okay, well, good night.
Yeah, very fair, very fair. You wanted to read the book with
You're
Go.
on your own.
That would be pretty mean of us, I think. You climbed out of bed and battered over to your side table. You opened it and rummaged around, pushing aside stuffed toys and crayons. Cove called out to you in a confused whisper. What are you doing?
Getting something we need.
You let out a quiet cry of victory when you found what you were looking for. You jumped back onto the bed before any hidden boogeyman could catch you unaware. Cove continued to watch as you wiggled your way beneath the blanket you discarded earlier. You pulled it up over your head. What?
You have to come here. Bring the book too.
After a minute, the bed tipped as Cove got on it. Then the blanket shifted. You fiddled with the flashlight in your grip, feeling for the switch. With a click, the small space flooded with bright light. Cove sputtered, putting a hand up to shield himself from the beam. Move it somewhere else!
Sorry.
You hurriedly tilted the flashlight so it was shining down at the floor of your blanket cave and away from Cope's sensitive eyes.
Now we can read it and my moms won't know.
Okay, do we do this all the time or is it new? Are we trying something new with Cope? What are we doing?
We seem to do it so naturally, so it may not have been our first time. But we also accidentally blinded ourselves, so it might also be our first time. So...
Yeah,
well,
I
it's our
could say
first
either.
time with someone, maybe, so...
Maybe. We did phrase it like something like this, so I don't know if like... It sounds like it might be in general about reading late at night or something.
Yeah.
We did
I
have
guess
the
the
flashlight.
first one?
Yeah, no, that's... I feel like that one fits.
Yeah. I do this all the time. I don't stay up for too long because mom or mommy check on me sometimes. I haven't been caught yet. Do you want to try?
Cove nodded. Pleased by his straightforward response, you place the book between you and flip it open to the first page. Meanwhile, he laid down on his belly and shuffled closer, picking up the flashlight to shine it on the pages. His face was illuminated with a warm glow. You mirrored his position, leaning in so you could see the book better. Your foreheads nearly brushed until you shuffled back a comfortable distance. Okay, do we want him to read? the book. That's what the first one sounds like. Like if we wanted him to be reading it. Um, do we think it would be good to take turns reading, or do we want to show him the cool pictures and ignore the rest? What do we think?
I think maybe the first one. Maybe reread it, cause there's no option to specify if it's us reading or if him reading.
Hmm.
Cause I don't want to make him narrate it, but I would do it. But
I'm not really sure. I don't really remember what happens when you
guess we
choose that
can-
one.
we can choose it and see. Maybe it will give us an option.
Okay. Then you wanted the story to be narrated. You loved it when mommy read to you. Why not write as loud as you dare this time of night? Oh, it sounds like we are reading it out loud then.
Okay,
him.
good. I didn't want to like make him read it.
Though you felt a little embarrassed, your excitement over introducing another person to this special story won out. You didn't even need to study the page for long.
There was once a squire who dreamed of knighthood. All they wanted was to do good.
Cove was taken aback when you began to recite the words by heart. You even pronounced knighthood properly, a word which had given you grief in the past. Melanie so many words were very good, a very smart kid, you know?
Not like our sister, she had trouble with that word.
Mm-hmm. His reaction encouraged you to keep going. Soon, you got to an exciting part. The Squire and the Dragon's first meeting.
The squire walked up to the fearsome dragon, their bowered sword in one hand and a torch in the other. The red scales danced in the light like flickering flames. Could you say the dragon's lines? Do you need to get your glasses?
Oh, we're gonna take turns. That's fun. No, it's... My head hurts if I don't wear my glasses for a while. I can kind of see things alright, but I don't know any voices.
That's okay. It's fun anyway.
Oh, let me just... Cove read the page, his mouth moving silently with the words. Eventually, he nodded to himself and spoke them out loud. Who goes there? Roared the dragon. Who dares enter my cave? It was your turn. You went into the squire's famous speech. The next time you looked up from the page, your gaze landed right on Cove. His eyes were following the text, a soft smile lighting up his features. A lock of his hair. Sorry, hold on. I got that.
Are you okay?
Yeah, sorry, I'm fine.
Oh, okay.
I swallowed wrong and started coughing instead. Gonna drink some water, hold on. Everyone try
Water
drink
check.
some water. Water check.
Contractually obligated water check.
Yeah, actually there's a clause in our contract that says that like for every hour stream we need at least one water check.
Yeah.
We're already at like 1 hour and 20 minutes, so you know, we kind of needed one. Okay, I had my water.
Good.
A lock of his hair fell into his field of vision, but he gave it no notice. He was lost in the story. Water checked good.
Good.
You startled with when Cove caught you watching him. He raised a questioning eyebrow. What?
Nothing.
Cove shot you a strange look, but he went back to the book. You did too, even as your eyelids started to droop. When your eyes opened again, your bedroom was pitch black and silent. Your head was smashed into your pillow, your pajamas were sticking to you, and your mouth was dry. Slowly, you raised yourself onto your elbows. You yawned, the back of your throat twinging as you did so. You rolled onto your side to sit up in bed, planning on getting water from the kitchen, when you saw a dark shape towering over you. Oh dear. You froze. Then, you remembered you weren't alone in your room tonight.
Cove? That you?
Yeah.
You shifted and felt something cylindrical press against your thigh. You fumbled for it. The familiar weight of the flashlight pressing you to your palm. Turned it on. Cove blinked at you, looking exhausted. He was in his normal clothes again, shorts and everything. His pajama pants were left on the floor, abandoned. His sleeping bag was in a similar state.
What is it?
Can't sleep. I keep waking up.
Did you have a bad dream?
He shook his head from side to side. No, just can't sleep. It's weird here. You frowned. You helped your mom redecorate it only a few months back.
I like my room.
It's not that it's bad. I just always sleep in my bed, in my room. That made things a little clearer. It wasn't anything that you'd done. Cove couldn't sleep in a new place. Oh. You wondered how long it took for Cove's bedroom in his new house to not be weird to him. Probably a while. I'm gonna go.
What?
That shook off the last of your doziness. Was going to walk outside back to his own house? This time of night? All by himself? He noted your shocked expression and looked at you with resolve. My dad won't let me in, and I've gone outside late before, and I have to go. Okay. Do we say, well, if you have to? Do we tell him he doesn't have to? Do we go with him? Or do we insist on telling Mom?
I think we offered to go with him.
Okay.
I'll come with you.
Why?
I can get there myself. And then you have to go all the way back here from my house. Aww. Do we want to stay together? Do we think we should come anyway? Do we want to make sure he's okay?
We paid you about talked about this.
Oh god.
I think the second one?
Okay.
I think I should come anyway.
Cove looked at you quietly, as if contemplating something, before nodding his head.
Okay.
With that, Cove casually crouched down to collect his pajama pants. You were relieved that he didn't mind you coming.
Are you getting the rest of your stuff too? Like your toothbrush? I don't know where my mom's put it all.
No, just this. You could understand that. He didn't really need anything right now, and could always pick up his things tomorrow. Cove visited your house during the day all the time. I'm gonna be right back. Give me a second. There's someone at the door, and I think my sister did go get groceries after all.
Can have another water.
Okay, I'm back now.
Welcome back.
Okay, yeah. Cove visited your house during the day all the time. Oh, there was another water check when I was gone? Good, good.
Yeah.
Yeah, very good. That is the perfect activity to do when I'm not here. No taking over the world, planning world domination when I can't stop you. No, I don't know, no paying each other to do things. Just water checking. Unless you paid for Sleepy to water check.
Water check. Yep, yep, yeah, yeah.
Were you paid to drink water?
Yep, 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 yep. That's all it was. Just water. Just checking.
Right.
Yeah. No, no, no. The other stuff you said.
Planning world domination.
Yeah, not that. Funny joke. Hee hee hee.
Ah, uh-huh. Okay. You grabbed the flashlight and waited by the door. Soon, Cove joined you. The two of you crept out into the hallway as silently as you could. You sidestepped the loose floorboard at the end of the hall, alerting Cove to it as well. Apart from that, you had no problems making it to the front door. Everybody was in their rooms, so the rest of the house was abandoned. It was brighter outside. Here, some of your other neighbors had lights coming through the windows. Still, you felt better with your flashlight turned on. You pointed it in the direction you were walking. Can disclose world dominating, it's in the contract. Right. Of course. Mhm.
Isn't it by saying that you just disclosed it?
That's a good point, yeah. Probably.
Yeah.
Maybe like mentioning it is fine, but you can't like disclose in detail what the plans are.
You can't say that there are plans, cause then people know there are plans.
Good point. Oh dear.
Yep.
Oh dang
Still
it.
a
Yeah. Sleepy broke the contract by mentioning the world domination.
Yep. Oh my goodness. Just read. Ignore Sleepy. Just read.
Yeah. Mhm. Okay. Just. Uh-huh. There was no sound apart from the chirping of crickets and the crunch of some loose sand that got all the way up the street from the beach. After a while, it was almost soothing. You thought back to your unlocked front door and hoped one of your moms didn't wake up. If they locked it or checked in on you, or both, you'd be in a lot of trouble. Surprisingly, it was Cove who broke the deep silence. Making fancies in my contract? Then it might be a good thing that you just broke the contract by mentioning, the world domination, because then the contract is invalid, and so it means you have to stop
That's
making
true.
puns.
You don't have to keep making puns now. It's broken anyway.
Mm-hmm.
You're free.
Yeah,
And maybe we will be free too.
maybe. do we trust that that's going to happen? I don't know, but hey, maybe.
Yeah, he wrote the contract. Wait, why'd you put world domination in the contract?
That's a good point. Why?
Are those two separate contracts? Or
might have been. That would explain a couple things.
yeah, that would yeah.
Oh gosh. No. The pants is in a different contract I didn't break yet.
Okay,
Dang it!
that's
How
probably
does one break
different.
that contract?
No.
Asking for a friend.
Yeah.
Uh, this was my first sleepover.
Really? I've had sleepovers before. Sometimes I'll go to Grandma and Grandpa's house. Shiloh slept over a few times too, and other stuff.
Cove remained quiet. Silence stretched between you, but it didn't feel awkward right now. You didn't feel the need to break it immediately.
How was it? Or is it?
It's not bad. I like reading your book.
You did? I kind of thought you weren't having fun. You didn't really say anything when we were eating.
Didn't put any ways to break the contract in the one I wrote.
That's actually pretty smart. I don't know why someone would do that.
Oh gosh. Yeah, I feel like to be fair, if you sign a contract with yourself, it makes sense. But like when you sign it with someone else, sometimes the other person wants you to be able to break it.
Yeah.
Or it's like so if you break it, there's consequences. So it's like they don't want you to break it, but you could. But if you do, there's consequences because you broke the contract. I like the parts where we weren't with Lizzie.
Those are my favorite parts too.
Yay. Yeah, it was a very good sleepover once Lizzie went to bed.
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry, I had to yawn there.
Okay. I didn't know what to say.
Oh.
Oh, he's awkward. That's fine. He's a little shy. Now you were the one who didn't know what to say, so you said nothing. You just lit the path ahead. The two of you kept walking side by side, your shadows stretching across the concrete. In almost no time at all, you arrived. Cove's house loomed over you, the windows dark. Mr. Holden must be sleeping, just like everyone else in your own family.
Are you sure your dad's gonna open the door?
Yeah, he wakes up real easily. As if to demonstrate, he rang the doorbell. A couple minutes passed, and you wondered if Cove was wrong. Then, the front door unlocked and cracked open. Out came his dad. Mr. Holden wasn't wearing all his clothes. His hair was up in a ponytail, wasn't up in a ponytail like normal either. You felt a little bad to disturb him when he definitely had not been expecting anybody. His eyes had been narrowed into tired slits, yet they opened wide when he saw you and Cove.
Kids? What in the world are you doing? I paid you to... Everything okay? Is good?
I couldn't sleep.
Hope said my room is weird.
He wakes up easily. Dad, I want money! He shows up at the door.
Liz, I'm sorry to disturb you. Yeah, it's not the time you want to disturb someone.
Yeah. Oh gosh. Oh, sorry, I had to yawn too.
No, you're good.
I think the game
I'm making you yawn.
Yeah. I think we're both getting tired from the game. It's late at night in the game, so it feels like it's late at night. Totally works like that. So now we're both sleepy.
We're both sleepy.
All three of us are sleepy.
Are there any other sleepies I should know about?
Oh god. Okay. I can remember you read the line already.
Oh, yeah, I did.
Got distracted
did.
by the yawning and being sleepy and all of that. by the identity theft going on.
Hope still said my room was weird.
Mr. Holland blinked, his features still twisted in panic. Then he closed his eyes and let out a deep breath.
Right. Well, that is a shame. What's done is done. Come on inside, son. You can talk about what happened in the morning.
Okay. Cove yawned while accepting the terms without complaint. Looks so tired. Poor guy.
Yeah.
Thank you for dropping him off, Lucy. I think you'll have to be a part of the conversation tomorrow, but we'll with what to do next time. Now, let me walk you back. It's not safe for you to be out this late by yourself.
He moved to step past you, but you shook your head.
We find Mr. Holden. My house is right there. Or right here. And I have a flashlight.
Mr. Holden remained where he was, his brow furrowed, and placed a hand on Cove's shoulder blade.
Then I'll stand right here. Cove and I will be your lookout. We'll close our door once you've made it back in.
You nodded your head at the compromise.
Have a good night. Take care.
Mr. Holden waved you off. As you turned, your eyes met Cove's, still standing beside his dad. His lips turned up at the corners. He spoke in an almost whisper.
Bye.
Bye, Lucy. Thanks for coming. Aww. Flashlight clutched in your hand, you jogged back over to your home. You did feel better knowing Cove and his dad were watching to make sure nothing happened. Once you got to your front door, you glanced over to see the two waiting. You waved. Faintly, you saw Cove wave back. You quietly closed the door behind you, smiling to yourself. Then, you tiptoed into your bedroom. The flashlight was returned to your drawer in its rightful place. Although Cove had to go back home in the end, you still considered the sleepover to be quite a success. You did hope that next time he would be able to stay the whole night, whenever next time came along. The next morning, you were awoken up by the sound of Mom's voice and a soft shake on your shoulder.
Lucy, wake up. It's time to get up and at him.
The sun was peeking through the curtains, and you rubbed your eyes as they adjusted to the new light.
I was already out of bed.
Out of his bed in his house? That doesn't sound like we're in trouble, though. Like,
Yeah, wow, where'd Cove go? That's weird.
I wonder what happened with Cove. Where is he? Is he in the
Maybe his
bathroom?
dad
or-
already picked him up. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know. I had nothing to do with sneaking out last night.
Totally nothing.
World domination.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You blinked at her for a moment, confused, until you caught the empty sleeping bag on the ground and remember what had happened during the night.
But I didn't see him out there. Where he's gone off to, sir.
Hmm.
Who knows, Mom?
knows?
Crazy
Maybe.
Cove. You know, they always call him Crazy Cove.
Yeah, have you checked with Mommy if maybe his dad came to look for him while you were still sleeping? Maybe. No,
No.
totally nothing to do with us.
Yeah, especially that last part.
Yeah. You hesitated, giving Mom a look with your mouth hanging half open as your mind processed what to tell her.
Everything okay?
Lucy, is everything alright?
Cove couldn't sleep. He said my room was weird.
What?
I'm still not over it.
Where is Cove now? Did he sleep on the couch?
Mom was
I
still
would've
looking
been
at you
fine.
expectantly, but as you started to explain what had happened, you were interrupted by Mommy calling from downstairs saying Mr. Holden was at the door. Oh dear. You could tell by the way that Mommy's forehead crinkled that she was even more concerned. When she turned to head downstairs, you pulled back the covers and jumped out of bed to follow her. Dear.
Cliff, how are you?
Mom joined Mommy at the door while you hovered at the bottom of the stairs and peeked around the corner. You saw Cove's dad standing just outside, a sheepish smile on his face. He was alone, and you wondered if Cove was alright. Oh dear.
Don't want to alarm you both, but Cove showed up back home in the middle of the night. And he wasn't alone.
We should have paid him to not tell them.
Yeah.
Now we're gonna get in trouble, probably.
Okay, you think we can pay our moms to not get in trouble?
I think our moms are the ones who usually give us money, though.
We
I
just
don't
be
know if that
giving
will
them
work.
back money they gave us!
Yeah, I don't know that will work.
We promised we'll eat our vegetables for a whole week!
Maybe that will be a bribe that works.
Right.
He rubbed the back of his neck anxiously. He must have felt bad about sharing the news. Mr. Holden kind of reminded you of Cove in that moment. Your moms exchanged a matching pair of surprised looks, Mommy gasping and covering her mouth with a hand. How do we get them to sign an NDA on this? I think it might be a little late for that.
We should have done that last night.
Yeah, it might
As
be
soon
a
as
little
Mom
late
came
already.
into our room, Mom, sign an NDA. Don't read it, just sign it.
Oh gosh, yeah. The two of them looked your way. You quickly ducked back behind the wall.
Oh my god, we'll frame Lizzie.
Imagine if you would tell them that Lizzie was the one who walked home.
They would not believe.
They wouldn't. They really wouldn't.
The boy and I made sure Lucy got back safe, but Cove wouldn't tell me what happened. I thought you might have a little more insight. We didn't hear a thing during the night. I noticed Cove was gone just minutes before you arrived.
Is he alright? We're so sorry. We'll be having a talk with Lucy about this for sure. Oh dear, we're in trouble. Mr. Holden pulled his lips into a tight smile and held up his hands as if to say it wasn't their fault.
He's fine. I just wanted to find out more before having another talk. I should have known he wasn't ready to spend the night.
Oh, you cut off a little towards the end, like halfway through.
Oh,
I should have known he wasn't ready to spend the night at someone else's.
did that?
Yeah,
Okay.
that one did. You felt bad for Mr. Holden. He looked so sad. Oh, he does look pretty sad about it.
Yeah.
Not really his fault that Cole has trouble sleeping somewhere new, though. Like,
Yeah.
and like, Cove didn't
But
say,
we don't
like,
we don't
come
know
on.
what happened if Mr. Holden was pushing him to do it or
Yeah. Well, to be fair,
Yeah.
like, Cove did say he had fun. I feel like Cove agreed to come, to the sleepover.
it's our sister's fault. She did something.
Probably should have given him more money.
I paid him to go to sleepover. I forgot to pay him to sleep. Ah.
And I feel like I need writing down this list.
Oh boy.
They discussed the event for a little longer, your parents promising to call him if they found out more. Ooh. Accidentally hit the key. If they found out more. And when Mr. Holden finally said goodbye, you heard Mom calling your name.
Uh-oh.
Immediately you panicked, wondering if you should find somewhere to hide. There was a growing sense of dread in your stomach that you were about to get into a lot of trouble. Your moms found you eventually, though you were relieved to see they didn't look very angry.
Oh.
They did, however, look very, very worried.
That's ridiculous.
What were you thinking, Lucy? Why didn't you tell us something was wrong? Why did you leave the house?
You toed the ground in front of you, refusing to look at them. I'm sure you were just trying to help him, but you know it's dangerous to go outside at night without a parent, don't you? Not in your head, you couldn't do much more than listen as your parents explained how dangerous it had been for you and Cove to wander over to his house on your own. Personally, you didn't think it was that bad since Cove only lived across the road, but you didn't tell your mom's dad. You were already in enough trouble as it was, so when they asked you to promise to tell them something like that next time, you nodded your head in agreement. Yeah, we can be responsible next time, maybe. We'll remember.
Yep. I mean, we didn't sign an NDA.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Even though it was a little unfair, you accepted the punishment that you weren't allowed to have any sleepovers until you could prove to your moms that you were responsible enough. Oh,
Well, how are we supposed to do that?
question.
Probably would be really easy. Just do the opposite of whatever.
True.
I'll just be this afternoon. They'll give me permission.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
You were determined to show them that you could be trusted by doing exactly the opposite that Leslie did. When you saw Cove next, he was sorry that you had gotten in trouble. After hearing a similar lecture, Cove got away with a warning from his dad. Because his dad paid him to not do it again, probably.
Yeah.
Mr. Holden felt the negative experience was enough already, and Cove didn't need any additional punishments. In the end, the two of you and your parents were eventually able to move past the ill-fated sleepover. It had all been a learning experience according to the adults. You could accept that. There were definitely things you learned from it. And hopefully, one day you and Cove would finally be able to have a successful sleepover. And we finished the sleepover section!
Yay!
Wasn't all that in the end? Trying to remember if there's more sleepovers later on in the game. I don't really remember right now.
Wait.
I feel like maybe. But I don't really remember for sure. But yay! Which does mean that we have done all the main things, like all the things from the first summer. I feel like we could play the summer ending thing and leave it on like I think I told you, but we have the personalization screen at the beginning of the game, and then we get to have it again between summers. So we hit summer ended, and then we do a little thing, and then we have personalization again. So we could leave it at the personalization screen, maybe. So then next time we start with that.
Okay.
Like choosing what things have changed, and you know, all that stuff.
Yeah.
Instead of just doing the one thing. So we just did the sleepover. Yeah. And then summer ended. Yes,
Are you
we were
sure
super
summer ending?
Yeah, because you can do it when you haven't finished.
Summer ended?
You can do it when you haven't done all the little things. It's like, you know, it asks you like, are you sure that you don't want to do anymore? But we have done all of them, which means that yes, for sure.
Summer has ended.
I'll never get tired of that view. You stood beside your moms, Lizzie and Go as the five of you watched the sun dip into the ocean somewhere far, far away. You liked to imagine it cooling off in the water, resting itself before getting ready to shine brightly again tomorrow.
That was a fun day. I didn't know they had magicians. The shopping street now.
Neither did I.
Oh no, we are so dull. Let's get out more.
Yeah, this has been a thing like all summer.
Yeah.
Didn't we get... Yeah, we saw magic trick like at the beginning of the summer.
Yeah, but our moms didn't.
Yeah, but
We need to
like,
touch grass more.
mm-hmm. Yeah, it's been a thing like the entire summer, and you guys hadn't seen it yet.
Yeah. He didn't do real magic, Mom. How did you figure that one out?
Duh.
Cause I know that's not what that's not what real magic looks like.
Mm-hmm.
I know what real magic looks like because I know everything.
Oh, Lizzie dear, there's all kinds of magic in the world. Lizzie gave Mommy a suspicious look, but didn't dispute the claim. He looked over at Cove, who hadn't said a word since he started home. Didn't look upset though, just content. You're aware he still hadn't quite warmed up to your parents.
Well, we can't sit out here all night. Time to hurry home and get cooking. Who's helping with dinner?
Lizzie immediately let out a groan.
Ugh.
Mom, summer's almost over.
The protest was obvious. You could practically see school on the horizon. You certainly didn't want to spend your last bits of freedom cooking dinner. You could do that any other day. I'll show you some real magic, Lizzie. The punch emoji. Oh gosh.
We gotta show Lizzie. We gotta show Lizzie some real magic.
Mm-hmm. Oh dear. Do we ask if we can please keep playing more? Do we say that we have to keep playing? Do we agree that it is almost over? We make puppy eyes? Or do we want to go home? What do we think?
I wish I knew what Cove wanted.
I don't remember if he has any preferences. You think the top one?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we can go with that one.
Please, can we play just a little longer?
Mom looked down at you with a sigh, and you clasped your hands together to give your plea some extra appeal.
We'll help with dinner tomorrow.
You immediately nodded in agreement with the very clever offer, shifting closer to Lizzie since your parents can't possibly resist the power of you two combined. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, Lizzie might be really mean, but I think she knows how to make puppy eyes, you know?
Yeah.
So we're like cute together, and we look all sad, you know? Oh, and that gets them to agree. Surely.
Please.
Soon we'll have homework and reading to do. We can't do work now, too.
Lizzie made her case and then stomped her foot into the ground.
Oh, no, you don't stop. That's not cute, Lizzie. That's not how.
Yeah. She's
Trying
starting to
show
make
her
it
some real
sound.
magic.
Yeah, she's starting to make it sound like she's going to throw a tantrum if she doesn't get to play more. You know, no, you want to make it sound convincing, you know? Make it sound like it's a good
I was
idea.
I was just asking.
Mhm.
That's all I was doing. I wasn't doing this. We gotta
Mhm.
show Lizzie some real magic.
Mm-hmm.
Her
You mean-
behavior.
Oh. Gabe, come on.
Really become the very thing I hate.
Well.
That's not what I meant by just asking.
Yeah.
Oh.
You mimicked her, feeling that would add something to the argument.
Well,
No.
Oh, come on, Pam. I can help you with dinner. Mommy leaned in for a hug, and you knew that you were very close to victory. Yay, Mommy's on our side.
Okay.
Yes!
all right. But as soon as dinner's ready, you lot are coming inside, understood?
Yes, Mom.
That's. Did you read it and
Oh,
did not
yeah,
catch?
Oh, did you not hear me read the
I heard you read the Lizzie one, and then if you read the Lucy one, it cut off.
Oh. Yes, Mom.
Cove, dear, you're welcome to join us as well. She sent him a small smile, which he returned. Cove gave a non-committal shrug to your mummy, which she took as an agreement.
So much to do, so little time. Maybe I could still get the seashell bracelet at Tines and trinkets. Oh, maybe the playground. Or the fireflies would probably be coming out, right?
Okay. Do we ask? Get a say in it? Do we make our own plans without saying anything?
We just go
Do
home.
we just go home?
You know what? Nah. I tricked you.
Pineapple chicken chuck. What? Sleepy, what are you doing?
You know about chicken jockey?
No, I haven't heard of that before.
Really? It's a meme from the Minecraft movie.
Oh, no, I wasn't aware of it. Pineapple chicken chuck. Oh god.
Yeah, so chicken jockeys in the chicken jockeys in the Minecraft movie. So naturally, pineapple chicken jockey.
Mm-hmm. Gotta be in this game, right?
That's the Hawaiian version of chicken jockey.
Oh gosh. Ah,
I think probably the second one.
okay, you suddenly made your own
Just
plans.
make your own plans. Lucy, you can do whatever. I don't care. You stay out of our place.
Okay.
Since COVID's having dinner with us.
Oh gosh. Lizzie had her own ideas of what she wanted to do. But what were you going to do? She glanced over at Cove, considering. A strong gust of wind made you shiver. Lizzie huffed as she wrapped her arms around herself.
Rude.
Doesn't the wind know that summer's not over yet?
That's all Lizzie said before abruptly turning on her heel and heading off in the direction your mothers had gone.
Where are you going? I'm going to my room. I have lots to plan if I want to make the most of tomorrow. Really, Auntie, you made such a fuss about playing outside?
Yeah. I guess the fuss is partially about not helping with dinner, but like, really, you're going to your room? When you were given time outside? Why
Yeah.
would you do that? But hey, we get to be alone with
Oh,
Cole.
the weather's too cold. I can't play outside. I can't
True.
play outside. It's too cold.
Mm. We get to play with Cove. We're gonna have
Yeah.
more fun
I'm
than
so
she
without
is.
Lizzie, so yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We'll actually have fun because Lizzie's.
Mm-hmm. You thought this over, looking off towards the water again. Lizzie didn't wait, and before long she was disappearing off down the road. Meanwhile, Cove was going in the opposite direction, heading for the beach. Do we follow Lizzie or do we stay with Cove? I think this
Oh,
one.
what do you think? What do you think?
Yeah, I think this one's kind of obvious, you know. Yeah, that
follow
is, in
Lizzie.
fact.
No,
Wow.
stay with Cove! Stay with Cove! Stay with Cove!
Oh gosh, yeah.
Don't
You
even
stay
need
with
to
Cove.
ask us.
Yeah. I was going to pick it and then you said that and it was like, huh?
Nah, I'm just messing with you.
Good. Cove gave you a smile that you couldn't help but return.
Cool.
He said it for me. He made a little gesture that you interpreted as follow me, and then started heading to the waves. I'm gonna be right back. I need to close the door
Okay.
again.
Don't worry. Pick top to picked Top to show a magic trick to Lizzie. Oh man, maybe I should have done that. What's more important, staying with Lizzie or or staying with Cove or showing Lizzie a magic trick? It's a
Are
hard
we
decision.
not playing on world domination this time, Javier?
Nah,
Nothing. Yeah.
not definitely not planning anything nefarious.
I need to just close the door and someone shut the door again. I feel like my sister forgot something.
Follow me, set me free. Trust me and we will escape from the city. I'll see it through from me to you. Follow me. Oh yeah. Follow me. Follow me. Set me free. And we will show Lizzie that magic trick, yeah. We'll puncture really good, yeah, yeah. Follow me. Oh, hi.
Okay, now back for real.
No worries.
Hopefully, I wouldn't put it past her to still be forgetting something. But hopefully.
It's okay.
Okay, do we have a water check or anything while I was gone?
No, but we can have one.
I have
We
one.
can have one now.
Yeah, we can have one for sure. Was asking because if we had one, then I would have to, drink some water now that I'm back.
According to your contract.
Mm-hmm. According to my contract. My contract says if there's a
Yeah.
water check while I'm not here, I need to follow it when I'm here. Totally. That is
Yep.
totally a thing in my contract.
Yeah.
It's a thing
I
I'm
put
allowed
it
to
there.
say because it's not under the NDA. Okay. I have water check though. I hope everyone has. Or is.
Good.
Very good, very good. Okay, we're heading towards the waves. Cove knelt down, picking up something you quickly then identified as a smooth rock.
That's a smooth walk.
Yeah. He reared his hand back, then tossed it out into the water. We were skipping rocks. Okay. Are we impressed by how far it goes? Do we think it's pretty neat, Was it not very long? But Cove wasn't trying to make it very long? Or did it just kind of sink like a rock? Which is what it is. We get to choose how good Cove is at tossing the rock.
How about the top one then? We'll let him.
Okay.
Good.
Yeah, we can let him be impressive.
Yeah.
You were impressed over how far he got it to go. It sailed way out into the sea. Okay. We say we shouldn't be doing this. Do we ask what he's doing or do we look for a rock to do it?
I think look for our own.
Absolutely
We
fair.
probably won't be able to have it go as far as.
I think but we do get to choose as well. So we can choose to be a little worse if you want to.
I will purposely be wet.
Sometimes it's fun, you get to choose how good you are at things, and you don't need to be good at everything. You looked for your
be better
own
at us.
Mm-hmm.
This.
Can be better than us at this, and we can be better at other things, maybe.
Yeah.
You looked for your own rock. Deciding to join Cove, you searched nearby for any rocks or shells that you could throw as well.
Shells? To shells?
I feel like they don't skip the same way. They probably float, maybe some of them. Unless they're already in the sand, they kind of probably float a little. Maybe. You found a shell that would suit your purposes, a smile growing as you tossed it as hard as you could. It landed with a wet-sounding thunk a few feet away and slipped down into the water. Oh, so we don't get to choose?
The game already knew.
Sometimes you
Game
do get
already
to
knew.
choose, but apparently not this one. When you looked over at Cove, he didn't seem to notice that his throw had been more impressive. Cove was looking down at his cast, scratching idly at the Sphinx surface, even though you were pretty sure he couldn't feel it. Oh. His brows were furrowed and there was a frown on his face.
It's not fair.
I've had to wear this cast for ages. I can't even swim. Oh, he's angry. Do we ask when he gets it off, or do we ask how he got it?
Probably ask when he gets it off.
Okay.
When do you get it off?
Cove shrugged and didn't say anything. For a second, you thought maybe he didn't know, but finally he sighed. A few weeks. Okay, do we say it's not very long? Do we say it's a while away? Or do we not think it's that bad, but we're not saying it apparently?
I think the first one?
Okay, yeah, we can go with that.
That's not very long at all.
That wasn't too bad, you thought. Then at least he'd be able to play normally at recess. And you sometimes got to go swimming during the school year, so maybe he could make up for the lost time then. Maybe. Oh, Wolf let out a huff, plopping down into the sand. Can't believe summer's almost over. Sat down next to him and nodded in agreement, regardless of the sudden topic change. I don't want to go to school. I mean, I would. I don't want to go to a new school. I think it'll be the same school as you and Lucy. My dad said something about that. No, at least that's nice. He's going to go to our school. You know, he's gonna have some friends already. Not all new.
Yeah. Cool. You're going to like it. Everyone's super nice. Except for Lizzie.
Yeah, except for Lucy. You'd only ever been to the one school, but you were sure that his old school couldn't have been that much better. Then again, he did have to make new friends and meet new teachers. It could be kind of scary. Cove shook his head, then wrapped his good arm around his knees as he drew them to his chest. You heard the sniffling sound, and when you took a good look at his face, you realized that his eyes were wet.
I want to go home.
Aww. Oh, I did skip.
Oh.
Hello? Why is
I want
it-
to go home.
Why is it? Okay. Yeah, and this is not dialogue. That's weird. Okay, I'd never noticed or seen that before. You'd never had to move before, but you thought you could understand. Jesus, I keep hitting the bottom when I don't mean to. If you had to go to a new school all of a sudden with all new people, you'd probably be dreading it too.
Mm.
Even though you sort of maybe understood, you still weren't sure how to help.
Okay. I'll see you later.
Cove gave his head a small shake. No, I want to go back home. Aw. Right. Cove wanted to go back to his old home. The one that sat waiting someplace far from here. The one he would bring up whenever he felt like this sad. It had been a while since he had moved in, but he didn't seem to feel any better about being here. He settled back down into the sand, trying to consider what to do. We ask if he hates it here, tell him this can be home. Or do we just say that it's going to be fine?
I think the last one?
Okay. Yeah, we can go with that.
It'll be alright.
Sometimes when you were sad about something, your mom said that to you. In the moment, you thought it couldn't possibly be alright because Sir Stuff-a-Lot lost his arm, or you skinned your knee, or you couldn't possibly finish all your vegetables. But in the end, they were always right. You're not going to leave, right? You'll still be around? Oh, of course. He's precious, and I love him. The question was a little surprising. Do we say of course, or we say we don't know?
Hmm. I think the top one.
Yeah, please, thank you.
Like, technically, like, yeah.
That's-
Something could happen. We could, like, we don't know that, but
yeah,
I don't really want to make it worse right.
yeah, that would probably make things worse.
That would be out of our hands.
Yeah,
Like,
that
other
too.
than that, we will be there for him.
Yeah, that's my
As
preferred
far
one.
as our control. Yeah. Of course.
Like, for a lot of choices, I don't really have preferences, but like this one, this is yes. Your parents would have mentioned if you were going to move or something, right?
Yeah.
After a second, Cove gave a little nod. Once I get my cast off, we could go swimming. You were fine with him changing the subject again.
Okay.
You had to say swimming did sound fun, even if it was already getting chilly out. Cove smiled, then looked back to the waves. My dad kept saying I'll get used to everything eventually, that I'd feel better then. It used to make me angry. I didn't want to get used to everything. He spared again a glance over at Cove, and saw the anger had slipped off his face in favor of something almost puzzled. But maybe that will be okay after all. As long as I really do feel better. Oh, I can't see it. You could remember a long time ago when you first started going to school. You had absolutely not been okay with the idea of being away from your parents for most of the day, to listen to strangers tell you what to do, and sit with kids you'd never met before. Things changing is hard. Do we hold his hand, say that we can in fact imagine it, see it, or do we say that we'll make sure that he does? Oh, these are so cute!
I think the first one? Because, like, the last two, it's like... Like, the last two is encouraging, but it's still, like... We can't control his situation. It's still up to him. And then I'll make sure you do, like, that is nice and it means well, but, like... It also sounds like a threat. Let me show you a magic trick.
Oh gosh. Yeah, that's fair enough. That's very fair. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
We can hold his hand.
Probably just the first one.
You held his hand. You're not quite sure what to say, so instead, you reach out and take hold of Cove's hand. The one closest to you is the one within his cast, so you made sure to be very gentle. As you watched, Cove's eyes got a little misty once more. You got the feeling that they were different tears than the ones from before, though. Oh, now they're happy tears. I hope next summer I'll surf and go exploring and everything will feel like it's supposed to again. I'm sure your magic trick is a threat to anyone now. Yeah. It's a threat, yeah. You gave a little nod, resting your head on your own knees. The two of you sat quietly, just taking in the sounds of the waves. You hoped that Cove would be able to accept this place as his new home. You would definitely try to help in what ways you could. There were so many wonderful things here Cove probably hadn't even seen yet. Lost in thought, you started a bit when you heard a faint familiar sound. The sound of your mom shouting your name. You looked over your shoulder, realizing it was probably time for dinner. Time had really gone by fast. You stood and dusted the sound of yourself.
My mom's calling. It's time for dinner. You should come.
Cove looked up at you, expression screaming reluctance. Yet ultimately, okay. When you smiled, Cove returned with one of his own.
Lucy,
So,
thanks.
thanks. Oh, I thought he was stopped. He said it, but like 10
Big
seconds
pause
later.
there.
That was a big pause. I thought it was done.
Yeah.
It was nice where you were right then. But the two of you couldn't stay there in your own little world any longer. You were being called forward. So the both of you ran off towards your house, leaving the waves and Summer behind.
Transition. Clouds, lines in between.
Yeah, there's a little in between thing.
Oh, that wasn't it? Oh, it is this. Our hair's so big!
Our head
I
is
love
so
it.
big. Yeah.
I love it.
I don't know actually. So I can save when we get here again, I think. I just can't. I just don't have the option to like go to the home menu from here other than saving
Oh,
and just
okay.
leaving and coming back some other time. But like we can stop here and then come
Okay.
back. Which I think is what we
Okay.
do because we do spend a while in the customization. Like at
Yeah.
least last time we took ages with that.
Yeah. Feel
Which
like
was very fun, but you know, we did
I don't
spend
know
like
if I'll change much this time because I love this big poofy hair.
there's a few options of like let's see. You have options for like acne now.
Oh yay.
You can change like different accessories and stuff. And you get to choose again like accessories that you like and stuff, so like we can look through it with time next time, you know,
Okay.
make sure that we still like everything we have and don't want
Yeah.
to make any changes, and then we can continue and actually do the little thing, the in between and start of second summer part.
Yay. Second summer.
Yeah, we're gonna have our second summer. We're going to be 13, I think. Yeah, it goes like
Yippee!
5 years by 5 years. So now we were 8, we're going to be 15. 13, not 15, 13. Liz is going to be
Yay.
15. We're gonna be 13.
Boo! Boo for Lizzie.
Yes, yay and boo. Oh gosh.
Yeah, for us, boo for Lizzie.
Yeah, yeah. Very, very exciting. I hope that was. It ends so sweetly. I do love the way the summer ends.
Yeah.
So cute, you know. You get to have a little moment with Cove, and he's still sad, you know, but like he's hopeful instead of just angry about changes, you know. And you
Yeah.
do get to see as he gets like used to the place and stuff, how much he has changed in the 5 years between the first summer and the second summer. So I'm excited to get to show you that. I think this next summer might be my favorite, honestly.
Oh,
There's some
ooh.
really good stuff in it. There's really, really good stuff. We'll see, you will see. But yeah. So yeah, that was fun. Hope everyone had lots of fun. I certainly have been enjoying showing you the game. Even if I'm a little biased. Only a little. But yeah, before we end, do you want to tell everyone where they can find you and what you will be doing next so they can go check it out?
I will be streaming later today in about 3.5 hours at 6 p.m. Central Time, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. We'll be playing more Mario plus Rabbids Sparks of Hope.
Yay!
Yay!
It's nice. Yeah, you've got us
And
always.
Lizzie will not be there, so
Lizzie will not be there. I won't be either, but yeah. Just very fun to
That's
watch,
okay.
so make
You
sure.
do what you need.
Yeah, unfortunately, I do need to sleep. But then,
That's okay.
but
You
yeah.
sleep.
Thank you. I will. But yeah.
Sleep is more important than watching funny anime Blue Fairy.
You are in fact very funny. Yeah. As always, you have on Twitch you have a link to Blue's channel on the title of the stream, and on YouTube you can find it in the description. So yeah, do make sure to go check her out. I will be posting my schedule, Twitter and stuff when I figure it out. We have to see still because next week I have my birthday. And I don't think I was streaming on my birthdays exactly because I'm making other plans and stuff. But we will hopefully have at least a couple streams, you know. We're trying to coming back strong. Yeah. So yeah, go follow me there too to stay updated on that. Yeah, thank you for streaming, thank you for coming, thank you for stopping by. Yes.
Yeah.
And yeah,
Thank you.
with that, see you all next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Happy birthday. Thank you. It's still a little bit, but it is next week. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.